Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm Paul Winkleman, and today we're going to be going over the least expensive RV stabilizers that you could possibly make. Now, a lot of these people on YouTube, they represent these stabilizers made of 2x4s. That's exactly what this is going to be today, but a lot of times, often they're $20, $30, $40. These are going to be RV stabilizers for under $13. I'm going to go through what tools you're going to need, what products you're going to need from the store, and exactly how long it's going to take to build it. So let's get started on this by showing you what we're going to do. If you didn't see my last video, check that out. It's how my 03 Cummins hauls a 35-foot fifth wheel. It's got some information there, so if you need to check that out, it's a really good video. But today we're going to try and make some RV stabilizers. We realized on that trip that it was really unstable. All this fifth wheel has is two of your landing gear in the front, and it had one jack in the very back corner on the passenger side. So we realized pretty quick on our 3-day trip that the RV shook side to side like everybody experiences in your RV. Even in newer RVs, people are changing out to the JT Strong and the other type of RV stabilizers. Valterra, we actually bought one. I just received it yesterday. And then I came into this RV hack, I guess you could say, and we're going to go through exactly what you need to build one and what products you might have to keep this project very inexpensive. So let's get with it. So what you're going to need is 4 washers, 4 lock washers, and 2 eye bolts, 3/8 by 4 inches long. You also need a long screwdriver, a drill with a 3/8 inch bit, and some type of saw that's going to allow you to cut at 45-degree angle 2 pieces, one to fit under the frame of the RV, and then the other one that's actually going to fit to the ground at an angle. So what I did is cut both sides of my 2x4, and then I ended up cutting it in the middle at approximately about about 4 feet long. You can adjust it depending on how high your RV sits from the ground and what angle you want it at. I could probably go down about 4 to 6 inches, as ours is a 35-foot fifth wheel. If you measure up about 8 inches from the bottom and drill your hole in the center, that's a pretty good estimate of where you want your eye bolt to be. Don't forget that when you insert your eye bolt, you want your eye bolt to the inside towards the RV, because that's where the strap will be pulling from one side to the other. And I made it a little bit smaller than 3/8 so I could end up actually screwing the eye bolt in, and that's what you'll need your large screwdriver for. And don't forget, I like to put a large washer on both sides just so the eye bolt doesn't start pulling through, and that way it keeps some type of sturdy point on both sides. And here I basically just used a screwdriver to hold one side, use my ratchet wrench to just go ahead and tighten it up. You'll need a straight edge, a tape measure, your socket wrench, and then just some type of marking device. Now that we have them built, let's go put them under the RV and see how these work. The only other thing I didn't have in this video of what you would need, because it wasn't something you needed to build these with, is your strap. Most people have an extra ratchet strap or two, and so I've got probably 6 or 8 of these extra ones, so that wasn't a cost for me. So let's go put these under the RV and let's see how they fit. Here you take one side of your 2x4, you put it up against the frame of your RV. This trip I actually put it next to the steps, hoping to provide a little more stability, and they didn't get in the way and be a stumbling block for anybody walking by. The other side was a little bit more difficult, only because there's a slide out in that direction, and I didn't have a board to put it on even though we were near the grass, so I just left it near the grass or on the grass, and then I used my ratchet strap and basically let it pull in tight, hoping that it would just create some stability, which it did. And it did really good, as far as you could tell a difference right there, since everybody steps up and that's this center portion. The Volterra RV stabilizer, I put it under the kids' bunkhouse in the back underneath the bumper, and it took away a little bit more of that sway as well from the bunkhouse to the front of the RV. So I will definitely be using that. And that about sums up this video, guys. I'm hoping that this short video and the little bit of insight I can give you helps you out on maybe making some homemade stabilizers. If you're not sure on if you want to spend $50, $100, even up to $300 or $400 on it, that maybe you can give this a try. It's a really inexpensive way to take away some of that left and right motion in your RV. You could even do 2 or 3 of these really for less than probably $75 if you have straps, eye bolts, 2x4s, and all the equipment to do it with. But I hope this helps. Leave a comment below on what your favorite RV stabilizer is and what you'd like to see in the future. But I hope this helped everybody. Comment below what your favorite RV stabilizers are like and what you'd like to see in the future. And I hope everybody has a good RV life and get out there and see the country.